today I don't have any like news upon like anything that's like on my films lately. I know I've been talking about my Spider-Man fan film and all such, but I don't have any news upon that right now. So I have something more other things to discuss on this one. So today I want to discuss up a new high topic, interesting topic that I want to discuss. But before we do that, I just want to thank you guys so much for 1,030 subscribers. I really appreciate you guys all. I really appreciate that you guys watch my videos. My views have really gone up and you guys have been watching my videos a lot lately. So I'm really glad that you guys have been watching my videos, love my videos, and all my shorts and all. So I really appreciate that. And also another point out here is that Zach has been uploading a few videos lately that I have noticed, so go check it out. And yeah, I'll link to his channel in the description below. Please subscribe to him as well, but please show him the love. So anyways, so for today, like I said, I don't have any films productions so far as of late. I know I've been talking about my Spider-Man fan film and other things as such, as well as my Star Wars fan film and my Jurassic Park 3, which by the way, I am getting into my Jurassic Park 3 storyline as of right now. So you guys will be hearing more about that real soon actually. And of course, I just want to mention that next week, well, yeah, this upcoming week, on the weekend, we're gonna be going to Comic-Con in December. So it's gonna be, and it's really, it's like coming really soon. So I'm very excited for that. And my Galvatron outfit is gonna be done pretty soon. I have all the parts. I'll show it off, probably in a short, and you guys could check it out. And I'm very excited. Zach has his Megatron outfits. If you guys were curious on what is he going as, he'll be going as Megatron. I'll be going as Galvatron, so the two of us will be going as Transformers. We haven't decided what day, because we're going on 2 days, but we haven't decided you know, which day we're going to be dressing up as on one of those. And of course, by the way, after Comic-Con, obviously I know that Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is coming out this week, so I'm very excited. It's gonna be a blast. Well, obviously we're not gonna see it on day one, sadly. I wish we could, but because I got school, so that's why I can't see it. But don't worry, guys. We're gonna see the movie, so excuse me. So you'll be definitely seeing our reactions to the movie either Saturday or Sunday. Can't tell which day, like I said, but rest assured you guys will be seeing it. If you guys are, and just real quick, if you guys are wondering what was my opinion on the first one, well, quick note, I liked the first one a bit. I think there was a lot of things that could have improved. It was like yeah, there was something that just needed improvement. Though it was a fun film. It was definitely a fun film, especially when I was in the theater. There was a lot of people, a lot of fans. And yeah, I just thought it was a fun film. The only thing is that it needed an improvement on a lot of cases, both on the characters, on the FNAF characters, in particular the animatronics, and I guess the horror theme of it. It just wasn't scary enough. Though it kind of did tease me a little bit, so I'll give it that, I guess. But I hope the second one will do a little bit better. So let's get into the topic. So I just made a poll of which one was. I made a few questions up on this, like which one was better, Jurassic Rebirth or Kong Skull Island. I made a poll on that, and I made a lot of points in here because I've been talking about Jurassic Rebirth a lot lately, and since I love Jurassic Park, I don't have my Jurassic Park t-shirt, but I love Jurassic Park, as you can tell. Come on, I played the games, watched the movies, heard about the novel from Jurassic Park: The Lost World. I love Jurassic Park, and I love dinosaurs. But the thing is, though, I said that a while back, I was excited for Jurassic Rebirth, and now, as you could tell, the topic for this video is Jurassic World versus Jurassic World Rebirth. Which is the better sequel? So why did I put this one up? Well, I thought of that since they're both Jurassic World films, it's not like it's Jurassic Park. So I thought it would be, and they're also the beginning first film to begin with. Like Jurassic World is the first one, and Jurassic World Rebirth, even though it's a sequel, it's gonna have more sequels after. I mean, just now it's gonna have part 2, I guess, which I'm so not excited for. But in the case, there's gonna be a sequel. So technically, Jurassic World Rebirth, and also Jurassic World Rebirth, kind of like the reboot starting point. So technically, it's kind of the first one. So I thought it would be best to discuss which is the better first sequel, I guess, if you will, Jurassic World or Jurassic World Rebirth. Obviously, it's not beating the first one. It's not beating the first Jurassic Park in any way. Jurassic Park 1 is, in my personal opinion, the best one. Nothing's beating it. So whoever has the most points is the better sequel. So anyways, so let's get started on this. Let's start with number 1. The opening sequence. The opening sequence in the both films, Jurassic World starts off with a very short sequence actually. It starts off with the opening of the eggs, where you get those famous eggs that you always keep seeing online way before the movie even came out, where they show all the eggs, and they show one particular egg cracking, and that's where you get the Indominus Rex. It was very quick, and there's no narrations or anything like that, and then it zooms into the Indominus, and then boom, it goes to present day. And as for Jurassic Rebirth, we have the lab scene of back then, before it was destroyed, where we had the lab of InGen recreating the dinosaur hybrids, and it shows the D-Rex, and it shows that there was a malfunction, and the D-Rex kind of got loose, but not really, and then attacked the people that were unfortunately trapped inside. So which one do I think is the better sequence? Personally, I think, in a way, even though Jurassic World was pretty short, it wasn't long. If you don't count the humans part on the present day, if you don't count that, it's pretty short. It's not long. Jurassic World Rebirth is longer, but the problem I had with it was that it was fucking dumb. It was dumb. And the problem was that, like I said, is that the reason why, like, even the D-Rex got out, and I thought it was stupid, is because of the freaking rapper. You see that if you haven't watched the movie, you see the guy who was eating like chocolate, like, has a wrapper, dropped it in one of the holes inside of the ground where the air vents. I almost forgot what it was called. And everything got malfunction all because of this stupid freaking chocolate wrapper. Okay, and then it apparently destroyed the whole system, to the point where I even asked myself, what kind of technology do you have that ruins it, that has one little pathetic thing, ruins everything? Maybe the door, but ruin the whole system? That's kind of primitive. Wrapper aside, I kind of did like the scene with the D-Rex attacking the humans. Like, the guy was so desperate to get out and did not want to die. I thought, like, that was pretty... It was nice. It was not bad. And then, of course, you get the title, which in the first Jurassic World, while the Indominus Rex was trying to get out, it just gets the title like that. Not bad, but then you have the title and for Jurassic World Rebirth. You don't even get the title. I don't know why they don't give you the title anymore. Instead, they just give you the logo, which is exactly the same thing they did with Jurassic World Dominion. I don't know why they don't give you the title anymore. Now they just show you the logo. That's pretty disappointing. But personally, for me, I think I might give this one to Jurassic World, mainly because since it was smaller, the scene, I kind of did like the creepiness and the music and just the Indominus Rex, crawling out. I thought it was pretty cool. Even though, like I said, it was short, I did like it better because, with Jurassic World Rebirth opening scene, I just kept talking about, like, oh my god, that was kind of lame, of the idea just the rapper ruining everything. So I thought that was stupid. So I'm gonna give this point to Jurassic World. Now the next one is the human cast. The human cast, well, in the first Jurassic World, you have Owen Grady, who's played by Chris Pratt, and then you had Claire, who's played by what's her name? Bryce Dallas Howard, and then you have the two kids. And then you have this lawyer girl who was trying to she was trying to look out for the kids. And then you got Barry, and then you have of course Dr. Wu and many others. Versus Jurassic Rebirth, you had, oh my god, you have Scarlett's character, and then you have the guy who's supposed to play MCU's Blade, and then you have a bunch of other characters who I cannot mention for the life of me their names. Oh wait, sorry, no, my bad. The guy who plays Blade, his character was named Duncan. The only person I can name. Which movie had the better cast? I would say easily Jurassic World. That's like without question. But the human cast in Jurassic World Rebirth, I thought they were not really great written, boring, not generic to some degree, but just like thrown out there, and just not really that compelling. And by the way, this is Jurassic Park / Jurassic World story. It's not Transformers, it's not Godzilla, where everybody is like, oh, I don't care about the human characters. This is Jurassic Park, of course you're gonna have human characters. Problem is though, you have to write them good. Scarlett's character, she was so bland, not really connecting character, just thrown out there, and she was just nothing. As for new characters, jumping into the franchise and trying to get used to them compared to what we had before with with the original cast in Jurassic Park, I thought it was interesting that we were getting something new, which is something that I wasn't expecting. Like Claire was pretty good too, and Owen was a cool guy, and I loved Chris Pratt of how he really played the character. So props to him for that. Next one is the human story. Now I'll make this really quick. The human story, you had Owen Grady, who's a raptor trainer who trains with Blue and the other raptors. Charlie, Blue, Delta, and Echo. That's right, that was his name. Echo. It's a bit different. Still has that child view, except a little bit more openly wild, because in the first Jurassic Park, obviously Jurassic Park was smaller and it wasn't open to the public. So Jurassic World was very open to the public, and not only that, it was more like a grand vision of what John Hammond would have wanted, which basically it was. So it was a nice take on that, because we never got to see what it was like in the first Jurassic Park. Hell, even in the novel too, they both John Hammonds really said the same thing, is that even though this place it fell apart, next time it'll be flawless.
Next time it'll be flawless.
Rebirth, well, you had Scarlett's character, who is an assassin, or I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I have no idea what is Scarlett's story. And then you have Duncan, who is just I don't even get it. It was lost to me. Then you had this lawyer guy who's supposed to be the villain. He's just a businessman who just wants money. Not looking good so far. Anyways, so next one, the T-Rex. Which of the sequels had the better T-Rex scene, or T-Rex in general? Well, the T-Rex in Jurassic World is not really seen at all, except for one shot at the at the middle or something like that. Except not in fully, because they wanted to hide her a little bit as a surprise. And then of course you see her in the final battle. In terms of design wise and all, I think it was the T-Rex. I get it. She's older, Rexy. She's older. It's been years, so maybe it would get scarier, maybe, but in actuality, T-Rex in the present day is actually heavier. Wouldn't really be that skinny like you see in Jurassic World, especially Rexy. She looks skinnier from Jurassic World to Jurassic World Dominion. As for the T-Rex in Jurassic World Rebirth, her role was only seen once, and that was probably in the middle of the film. You had the family which were annoying as hell. Finally encountered the T-Rex, which we had that a famous boat scene, which is supposed to be a mimic of the novel version. And then that's the only time we see her. As for design-wise and her role, I thought it was pretty cool how they did the T-Rex, made it a bit more animal-like rather than just go in there in the fight. And her design was pretty good. I liked her design more. Ember, she looked meaner and she looked mass. Like she looked bigger, mass of a T-Rex, and I really like that. So the next one is the dinosaurs. So the dinosaurs in both films, not much is actually talked about with the dinosaurs in Jurassic World actually, because there's not that many. This might be so crazy, but there's actually not that many dinosaurs to talk about, simply because they don't really do much. Even though there's a lot of them in there, there's not that many that do much actually, except for a few. And then you had the two biggest ones, which is the Apatosaurus, which you see them dead on the ground, killed by the Indominus Rex, and then you had the Ankylosaurus, which actually did more. As opposed to Jurassic Rebirth, which, like I said, you had the T-Rex, then you had, which had a nice scene, then you had the Titanosaurus, one Ankylosaur that was just seen walking about. Then you have the Raptors, which were seen in the background, and I didn't like some of the new designs that they gave them, like, especially, for some reason, the herbivores, they were all gray, like, they all had this gray color. Like, none of them could look colorful or anything like that. And I didn't like the new redesigns, like the Stegosaurus, for instance. I didn't like the new design they gave him, because for some reason, they give him a more slanted body, and his tail is more downwards rather than sticking up. Raptors, they did a lot. And as for the Spinosaurus, I almost forgot the Spinosaurus. It was okay. I didn't like how they were treated, because it was said in the movie that they were fighting with the Mosasaurus because of the behavior. It made no sense to me, and I thought it was just retarded. Personally, I think I'm gonna give this one to the Jurassic World, mainly because at least we had the Ankylosaurus versus the Indominus Rex, which was cool. So I'll give it that. Jurassic World's dinosaurs were just not so great, except for like the two main ones that were actually dinosaurs, like the Spinosaurus and T-Rex and such. Which one has the evil hybrids? Jurassic World has the Indominus Rex, and versus Jurassic World Rebirth, you had the D-Rex, which was the D-Rex was like so T-Rex versus with the Xenomorph from the Aliens movie, and of course with the Rancor from Star Wars. This is kind of difficult because I kind of liked both in some ways, but personally for me, I'm gonna give this one to Indominus Rex, mainly because I still find her scarier than the D-Rex. Even though there were some shots where I thought the D-Rex was cool, I just don't think it was as vicious as the Indominus Rex. Because when I first saw the Indominus Rex, like for the first time, especially when I watched it at home, when I got the Blu-ray, I still thought she was scary. I thought she was disturbing and felt so unnatural. Especially the D-Rex is not even alone. The D-Rex has these like stupid vulture hybrids, which I don't even know what they're called. You had these like vulture-like hybrids, bird-like. I didn't like them at all. I hated them for the life of me. I didn't like their design. I thought they were generic. I hated their exist. I just hated them all. The silly vulture ones, I was like, I didn't really care anymore. I was so done with it. I didn't like the design. The Indominus Rex had much more screen time, and I thought she was very intimidating. She was very, very vicious, creepy, and she had a lot more better moments. The evil humans. In Jurassic World, you had Vic Hoskins. And you have Dr. Wu, who is behind it all as well. You have Jurassic Rebirth, which the only bad guy was just this owner guy, who again, I can't even name the guy, so I apologize. Without question, I like Vic Hoskins, especially I like how he took control of Engine afterwards when he wanted to take the matters of in his own hands, and I liked how he just he was a very convincing type of asshole. As for the Jurassic World Rebirth guy, like he wasn't really a bad guy to say the least. He was just like kind of just a selfish guy. The next one, the action scenes. The action scenes in Jurassic World versus Jurassic World Rebirth. Not okay. It's a little bit of a tough one, a bit, because there is a lot of actions. In Jurassic World Rebirth, I didn't mind the Spinosaurus scene. In terms of the action wise, I just didn't like what it was told that the Spinosaurus teamed up with the Mosasaurus. I thought that was pretty stupid. But in terms of the action scenes, I thought it was not bad. I thought it was pretty cool. And the Mosasaurus scene was not bad. Could be done better though. And the vulture scenes, I didn't like that. I thought it was boring. The D-Rex was the only part I did watch at the end. Personally, I'm gonna give this one to Jurassic World. The next one, intense sequences. You had the Indominus Rex breakout scene. Well, before that, they were thinking that it escaped, and then it didn't, and it was actually there, and then it took the human characters, and then it broke out. For Jurassic Rebirth intense sequences, the Mosasaurus and Spinosaurus scene, that's one with the boat. Then you have, of course, the T-Rex sequence, and then of course you have the Quetzalcoatlus and the D-Rex and then the D-Rex, like trying to escape from the D-Rex. No, I'm gonna give this one to Jurassic World again, because Jurassic World, I mean, there was like a lot of parts that I liked that was intense. T-Rex was intense, but it just wasn't enough. And especially it wasn't as good as the novel version. The novel version was way better. Next part is the scary moments. Obviously, Jurassic Park was originally horror with the novel. So obviously you gotta have horror aspects in these movies. And Jurassic World, versus Jurassic World Rebirth, of course they both have their own horror elements. Which one had the better horror elements? I thought Jurassic World was scarier. Maybe even scarier than Jurassic Park, the first one. The fear was there. In Jurassic World Rebirth, there was no fear, and I didn't get the feel of the fear and horror aspects in that one, except for the D-Rex, which was not good enough. Next is the human deaths. There was a lot of body counts in Jurassic World Rebirth, surprisingly, but in Jurassic World, there was a few people that died, but if you don't count like the nameless ones, you have let's see, you have Hoskins, you have Simon, who dies, and then of course you have the lawyer girl who was supposed to take care of the kids. Versus Jurassic World Rebirth, which you had the bad guy dying, like the French guy died by the Quetzalcoatlus. You had this woman who got killed by the Spinosaurus, and you had this other girl that also died by the Spinosaurus in the boat scene. Which one had the better human deaths? I would say I'm giving this one to Jurassic World because, first of all, I like the helicopter pilot, Simon. Well, he was funny and I really cared that he died, and it was very, very emotional. It was very, very sad. The next person who definitely didn't deserve to die is the lawyer girl. Man, I forgot her name, but I really think she didn't deserve to die like that. I thought she was nice looking. I thought she had one job to do, and that was take care of the kids. For that to die, like, that was pretty brutal. That was pretty cruel. It's like, she didn't deserve that. I think easily Jurassic World had the better death scenes simply because I cared more about them, especially even the ones I hated, like Hoskins. And I still think his death was still creepy. Jurassic World Rebirth, I didn't care. So I didn't care. I'm giving this one to Jurassic World. The final battle goes. Well, in the final battle, you have the Indominus Rex versus the Velociraptor. That was an awesome final battle. I will admit that was. I think it's out of all of the final battles, that was the best one of them all. Jurassic World Rebirth's final battle. You have the stupid vulture hybrids that I dislike. I hate them with a passion. I fucking hate them. I'm sorry. it was just not as epic. So of course I'm giving this one to Jurassic World. The last scene is the ending sequence. Which one had the better ending, Jurassic World or Jurassic World Rebirth? In Jurassic World, you had the human characters. To wrap it all up, you had the T-Rex scene, which honestly I think it's still my best favorite T-Rex ending scene ever, simply because I just thought that, like, the way the T-Rex was going up onto the helicopter platform and roaring at the park, and the shot was beautiful, and then you got the music where I'm like, holy shit, that was awesome. As for Jurassic World Rebirth, well, after that you got the human characters. They escaped from the T-Rex, and then Duckin survived, and he joined with the remaining survivors, and then they went out to the park. So they made out of the island, and then they did this. They kind of copied Jurassic World Park, the game, where they went in a boat. They saw they're just reaching out to the island. So they're reaching far from the island, and then in the sunset, and then you see, I think, these dolphins coming up and then waving, and it's homage to. It was kind of an homage to the first Jurassic Park, where Dr. Grant was like looking on the side like this, seeing the birds flying, and he's imagining like they were like pteranodons or something like that, and then they go into the sunset. It was just an homage to that. Well, at the same time, it was also an homage to Jurassic Park the game, because they were also on a boat too, and then they flew away. And still, Jurassic World wins on the ending. Jurassic World definitely wins in the endings. I mean, come on, it's the T-Rex ending it. With the T-Rex, that was awesome. The music was there, and yeah. So now that we have included all of the points, here's that Jurassic World has 13 points, while Jurassic World Rebirth has one. Oh boy. We got a lot to talk about. So now that we have concluded all this, I'm gonna wrap this up really quickly, so that way, we can get to on point. Now that we concluded all this, I think you guys can finally understand that. Jurassic World. Look. Jurassic World. Look, I had a lot of fun with Jurassic World. I think. Say what you want. Is it the best movie of all time? No, of course not. And is it one of the best Jurassic World sequels? I mean, it was a good sequel. I won't mind, and it was good, but it wasn't the best or anything like that. Though I do prefer it than Jurassic Park 3. But I just think, overall, I think it has good elements and a good story. Of the writing, it was a dumb movie. I'll give it that. It was a dumb movie, because there were some parts where I'm like, okay, this is done, that's silly, like la 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 la. It definitely has that. However, I find it wasn't as dumb as Jurassic World Rebirth, where I was like, I don't know why, I was just like so fed up with Jurassic World Rebirth. It really got me detached with the film. And personally, for me, after when I came from Comic-Con to watch the film, I was kind of hyped and stoked about it. But after watching it, I was like, oh my god, man, I was so disappointed, man. I was very disappointed. I think I gave it like maybe 5 out of 10, or maybe lower than that. Now I'm giving it like about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 3 or something like that. So I thought it was very underwhelming, Jurassic World Rebirth. And did I have fun? I mean, kinda. With some of the action scenes, I kinda did have fun, but in terms of the writing and story, I was really underwhelmed. I was so underwhelmed. I was so disappointed. I know maybe some of you guys probably like it a little bit more than me. I know. If you do, congratulations. Your opinion is your opinion. If you like this film really more than I do, I gave it a higher rating, then alright then. That's fine. Your choice is your choice. Everybody wins. Everybody has their own opinions. But in my opinion, I think Jurassic World Rebirth was the weaker sequel, and it was the weakest, and it's probably the weakest part of the movie next to all the other movies of the sequel of Jurassic World / Jurassic Park. I think is it worse than Dominion? I still say no. Jurassic World Dominion was way more disappointing. But I would put it Jurassic World Dominion is the number one bottom, the worst one. But I would probably put Jurassic World Rebirth at like number 2, like up there. So anyways, that's enough for today. Stay tuned for my fan trailer that'll be coming up with, and that's Thor: Love and Thunder. Hopefully they'll be coming soon. Please give it time because I'm still having trouble to edit. So yeah. And then, of course, my Comic-Con vlog is coming soon. And one more thing, please follow me on Instagram because my live stream is coming very, very soon. So please pay attention to that. But my live stream is not going to be on YouTube. I just want to point that out. It's not going to be on YouTube. My live stream is going to be on Instagram. So please, if you guys follow me on Instagram, if you guys have Instagram, please follow me on Instagram. The live stream will be there. And please follow me. So check it out. And yeah. And my Instagram page will be in the description below. You guys can check that out. And yeah, that's all I'm going to do. Peace.